G'day, I'm Paul. There is a record number of Toyotas getting stolen at the moment, and today I want to run you through how they're doing it, how to protect yourself if you own one, and what the thieves are doing with the Toyotas that are getting stolen, and also what the government is trying to do to fix this issue as well. Also, I'm going to run you through the tool that they're using and how anyone can buy this tool off the internet. It is just crazy stuff. But let's get straight into it. So some stats came out the other day, and basically in Victoria, we have had the highest level of car theft ever recorded. Over a 12-month period last year, almost 30,000 cars were stolen. That is an insane number. And while this is specific to Victoria, this can be extrapolated across Australia. We're seeing a huge uptick in car theft, mainly because it is so easy to do, and also a huge amount of crime increase. Just the other day here in Victoria, we had stolen car pin a police officer to a wall. Police officer then shot and killed the driver who was trying to run him down for whatever reason. We don't know what the story is. Not everything has been revealed yet, but it is at a level now that is genuinely concerning. And the stuff that is even more concerning is they're stealing a record number of Toyotas. So figures revealed by the Herald Sun showed that Toyota Hilux, most stolen car over a 1-month period, almost 45 stolen across a 28-day period, 2 times the normal rate. Holden Commodore stuff, we have covered this previously, and if you do want to watch our video on that, click up there. I basically went through how they're doing it with Holden Commodores and the volume of cars that are getting stolen and some of the tragic stories of people that are having their classic irreplaceable cars stolen, and that GM here in Australia is doing absolutely nothing about fixing those problems. Toyota Land Cruiser, Camry, Corolla, these are all top-selling cars getting stolen in record numbers. Some of these cars aren't old either. These are cars that you can still buy today that can literally be stolen from the showroom floor in minutes using this device. So the numbers are genuinely out of control. How are they doing it? Well, it all comes back to this device that we spoke about previously that you can buy off virtually any marketplace on the internet. You can buy it easily off Temu as well, and this device is basically able to replicate some of the high-end, expensive locksmith tools. Again, throwing back to another video we shot a while ago where we met up with a locksmith who ran us through the process he uses with authorized locksmith tools to replace keys for cars. Well, these tools that were tens of thousands of dollars are now being replicated on the Chinese market by these devices that you can buy in the hundreds of dollars and use to steal virtually any car that has a push-button start. I'm going to bring up this video here. So this is basically a car storage yard of some sort. And what happens is the guy rocks up here with the device. You can see it there in his hand. This is a Toyota Corolla. One of the issues with the Corolla and what makes it easy to steal, and kind of a design flaw here with the alarm system, is the guy checks that this is a Corolla. He's obviously not all that bright, but knows after looking at the back of it that it is indeed a Corolla. There's a little triangular window just there on the front of the car. And what they're able to do is smash that little window, reach in and connect this device to the OBD reader, because that is where they're accessing the information on the car's computer. This device can then delete all of the keys stored within the vehicle, so that the owner's current keys. They're then able to replicate the keys and make a new set of keys, a brand new set of keys. Once that new set of keys is made, they hit unlock. The car then unlocks just as if it was your own car and you were taking it away to go for a drive. So this theft here happens just in a matter of minutes. It really doesn't take all that long to happen. Then what happens is once he's broken into that car, replicated those keys, the car starts. You can see there it started with no alarm going off. He then drives over to the gate and just rams the gate and drives off in somebody's car. Now you might be asking yourself, if they're stealing Holden Commodores because they're nice and you can strip them down and sell them for parts, why on earth would you be stealing a Corolla, which there's so many of on the road? Well, that is primarily the reason they're stealing them, because there are so many of them on the road. They blend in so easily, and we did a video on cloned plates, which I'll leave a link to in the comments section below. Once they do steal a car like this, they're able to stick a set of cloned plates on it, and what you'll find that they then do is drive around for a little while in these cloned plates, and you never notice them on the road because it looks like any other Toyota Corolla or Land Cruiser. And then what they're doing is using those vehicles in other crimes. So this is a 200 series Land Cruiser that was used to ram a business and was then set alight. It's easy to get around in the car because no one notices it, and then because it's a big car, they ram it through the window of some of these places to use it for whatever nefarious purposes they have. They're also using these big vehicles to steal other vehicles on trailers. because they have a big towing capacity. They'll go steal a hire trailer and use a Land Cruiser then to steal another car that they can then drive around merrily without any dramas. So it is one of those things that is only going to get worse because they are such a common vehicle. There was another video that went live here from the Stolen Cars group. Basically, they've pulled up in what appears to be another stolen car to a Prado that's parked on the side of the road at 5 a.m. They then faff about with their tool for a little while. And the interesting thing with this particular theft is when they do finally get access to the car is started, but the alarm only starts to go off when the vehicle is put into drive. You can see there the alarm's clearly not going off, but when it drives off, you can hear the alarm start sounding, and away they go in that stolen car with a new set of keys. The alarm will eventually switch off when you have the new programmed set of keys. So it is an alarming trend, and if you drive a new Toyota, it is more than likely that your vehicle is not safe, and it can easily be stolen without any dramas at all. That is how serious this issue is. Now, I'm going to tell you how to fix this in just a sec, but let's talk about what Toyota is doing about this. I've reached out to Toyota, and I was kind of shocked with their reply because Toyota said, well, our new cars come with connected services, you can track it, etc., etc. The problem is 200 series Land Cruiser has no connected services. You can't retrofit connected services to that car. And while newer Toyota vehicles have these connected services, the older ones don't. Some of these Corollas, even if they do have connected services, by the time the thief gets away, once they disable the embedded SIM or remove the SIM card that's attached to the car, the connected services do not work. And Toyota, they say they are working with police on this, and they say in the background that they are working on a solution, but in my opinion, they need to be doing a lot more. If you have spent $100,000 on a Land Cruiser, a 200 series Land Cruiser, and if it can be stolen in minutes using some cheap tool off the internet, Toyota needs to be doing more. They owe it to their customers to be able to deploy a fix for this. They have some really smart engineers at Toyota. You own the control module. You own all of the things beneath the surface. You should be able to fix this problem. But it feels at the moment like they're not doing much and they're not working fast enough to fix the problem. Hopefully they are doing stuff in the background that we don't know about and they haven't shared with us. But to me, it sounds like they're sitting on their hands a bit and they owe it to their customers to fix this issue. Apply an update, maybe even as a customer comes in for a service at a Toyota dealer, fix the security issue so they can drive away knowing that their car is safe. Until then, I urge you to get an immobilizer fitted to the car. Now, an immobilizer, the car already has an immobilizer, which is probably the most frustrating part. It obviously doesn't work when you have this tool attached. There are other immobilizers that you can get for your vehicle that basically bypass this flaw. And the thieves won't be able to get around these other immobilizers. It means the worst case is they'll smash your window, but they won't be able to replicate a key and drive off with your car. And at the end of the day, yes, it is inconvenient, but it's a whole lot less inconvenient than your car disappearing down the road and you not seeing it again or it being driven into someone's shop and set alight. Now, what are the police doing about this? Well, there was a great story here on Current Affair. Basically, the police had tracked down a house that was being used. This is quite clever on their behalf. On the outskirts of Melbourne, where they're building a lot of these new suburbs, developers will buy houses on big blocks and they will sit abandoned for ages. They'll be graffitied, they'll have squatters in them, but thieves are using those houses to store stolen cars while they wait for heat to die down. You can see here a stolen 200 series Land Cruiser, stolen Commodore behind it. Police are able to track them down using the Air Wing, which is a tool that they're now using more and more frequently. It's expensive to run, but at the end of the day, if you are able to catch these knuckleheads that are doing this stuff, you're going to be able to get around the problem and start making them realise that they can't get away from the law this quickly. These guys were thankfully apprehended. They didn't get far and they were able to identify one of these houses that was being used to store all of these stolen cars. So the police are doing stuff, but their hands are tied. This is the most frustrating part. We have spoken to some of the police based on our last video when I suggested, why do they not contact some of these marketplaces and find out who has been buying these devices? Their hands are tied because the law doesn't allow them to compel any of these marketplaces to actually give them the information for who is buying these devices. Even if they suspect someone is in possession of a stolen car or they have some of these robbery tools, unless they have enough evidence, they can't actually go and arrest someone. They can't search anyone. They cannot do a thing until you get one of these thieves literally pin a police officer against a fence. When they're forced to shoot them because they fear for their own life, that they can actually then take action. So that needs to change. Yes, there are privacy laws and you don't want police coming and just doing whatever the hell they want. But at the moment, it is not working. Thieves are getting away with all of this stuff and they're virtually just, not answering to anyone until they're caught red-handed or something goes down like this that forces the police to actually act. Victoria, for example, comically has just taken 6 weeks off the requirement to become a police officer. So the training program has gone from 31 weeks to 25. And that's a concern to me, because now you've got police officers running around that don't have enough training, so they can tick a quota box to say, no, look, we hired all these extra people, even if they may not be suitable for the role. So there are no easy fixes here. They're banning machetes. Yes, that's great, because a lot of the people they are finding out on the street have machetes that they're sort of wielding around to threaten people. But again, it's just a band-aid fix. We need to get to the core of the problem here and solve this. And we need to solve it fast, because we are slowly just becoming this degenerate society where people can do whatever the hell they want. And like I said in the last video, if you or I get a parking fine or a speeding fine, you can bet your bottom dollar a sheriff will rock up to your door, they'll start seizing your assets. Us citizens have to do what we're told, and you have to toe the line. Whereas these guys who just don't care are just constantly getting bailed, constantly doing whatever the hell they want. And it seems to me like they're just getting away with it with impunity. So it is really frustrating. If you do own a Toyota, please take this seriously. It is one of these things that is not going to go away. And we are seeing more and more of this happen when cars are being parked in public places and owners aren't taking the extra steps they need to take to immobilise their vehicles so they cannot be stolen. So look, yeah, one of these videos I don't love making, but if it helps you prevent your car getting stolen by taking one of these extra steps, please do. It's going to make a world of difference, and it'll mean that you will still have your car and potentially just have a broken window, as opposed to having it stolen and having the full inconvenience of that whole process as well. So let me know in the comments section below. We've used these videos to get more information. A lot of you guys have been really great in terms of giving me more information as well. So please reach out to us on socials, leave a comment below, and we'll get in touch with regard to what further steps you can take and any interesting innovations that you've come across as well. If you did enjoy the video, please make sure you share it. If you know someone with a Toyota, share the video so we can get the word out there. Really appreciate you taking the time to watch this and spreading the news as well. But till next time, take it easy.